There are some pretty interesting dynamics when it comes to the relationship between gender and friendships. And I want to preface all of this by saying that most of the research on gender and friendships tends to be very heteronormative and assumes that, men will act masculinely and women will act femininely, and that heterosexual relationships are the norm. But as we know, gender and sexual orientation are very much spectrums. It's just that the research is several years behind at this point. All of that being said, it has been demonstrated in research that men and women behave differently in their friendships. For example, when it comes to intimacy, men report a similar amount of intimacy in their friendships as women do, but they are much less likely than women to explicitly express affection, verbally and non-verbally, especially toward their same gender friends. So men may use shared activities in order to express closeness, such as doing favors for each other, engaging in friendly competition, joking, sharing resources, teaching each other new skills, etc. Whereas women tend to use more verbal expressions of intimacy, such as talking with friends, talking through problems, listening to one another, etc. So, the research has shown that we tend to experience relationships differently depending on our gender, but again, this is all very heteronormative. Now, when it comes to cross-gender friendships, these are friendships between a man and a woman, and these types of friendships tend to peak in potential during college and early adulthood. An interesting thing about cross-gender friendships is that men and women report that they get a richer understanding of how the other gender thinks and feels as a result of their cross-gender friendship. Men report that they understand women better because they had a woman friend, and women report that they understand men better because they had a man friend. And that can be really beneficial. These cross-gender friendships can really help individuals in their other relationships as well. But especially assuming heteronormativity and assuming a heterosexual relationship, sexual attraction can present a challenge in cross-gender heterosexual friendships. In other words, in a friendship where you have a man and a woman and both are heterosexual, things may get complicated if one person starts to develop feelings for the other. And so it leads many to ask the question of whether or not men and women can be just friends.